Hello everyone, my name is Ra. Welcome back to my teeny tiny channel and welcome back to Letters of the Past, Undusted. So we continue Undusted. We are at chapter 3, What She Dreamt of. Where the dream now resides, my mom's room was left. Holding the old doorknob, I felt as if I were about to meet Mom herself after all this time. Her room was filled with boxes, all neatly labeled and sorted by purpose. Somehow, it seemed like she knew she wouldn't be coming back. One box in particular caught my attention. Things I couldn't throw away. This box contained many trophies that I have never seen before. Oh, let's find out what Mom was up to. Oh, Mom was a writer. Where did she get all these from? I really don't know anything about Mom. Oh, I'd say follow your dreams, but in today's sad reality, it's so hard to do any of that. It's so hard to do any of that. There's so many talented people stuck in 4 to 5 jobs, just not knowing what their life is gonna look like. Will they have money to eat? That's that sucks. I love how kind of actually realistic this game is. This looks exactly like the symbol I saw on the teacup. Ooh, that's why my mom wasn't happy about the teacup. Yeah, before it was like, yes, go. Go, young doe. Follow your dreams. And now I have a feeling that, sadly, go, young dove, and follow the money. Sadly, it's like that. And before someone says, no, you can do that, you can still do. Listen, I'm sure some people do, but when it comes to finances, your first and utmost important thing to do is get food in your stomach. I'm sorry, there's sadly, priority is to eat. I know that a lot of people dream, and there's probably so many people who are better artists than there are the artists that we have today. People with actual talent, and there are so many nepo babies and stuff taking away credit and taking away jobs and stuff for the people who could actually do things better, but they can't because they're not nepo babies. And I'm not saying oh, we should eat the rich and stuff like that. I'm not that type of person. I think that we kind of all see wealth in different things, and other things enrich our lives. Is it sucky that we need to work from 9 to 5, not have a bone of hobbies in us because we're too tired and too exhausted to even exist? Yeah, it sucks, but right now I just hope that future generations will get to the point where art, artistry, and just not being slaves is gonna be a thing. Because basically we're all kind of slaving off for our bosses and stuff. Let's wrap up. Where that dream now resides. Dad, what's that? A trophy? Yep, I got this for winning first place in a math competition. Cool, huh? Wow, does mom know? Well, there's no way you wouldn't show her something this cool. Of course she knows. I bragged about it all the time. But then she looked at me with this sullen look and bring the box. Ugh. The box? Adora, how about a snack? We have cheesecake. Dad, don't change the subject. A trophy I had never seen before. Writing competition, first place, Lily Mayers. It has the same symbol as the teacup. So this was the box that Dad had mentioned. I took out a few trophies and read their plates. School writing competition winner, Youth Short Story Competition Excellence Award, Novel Content First Place, all for Lily Meyer. Those accolades demonstrated how much she had achieved, and they were proof of a dream Mom once had. She was talented enough to win all of these awards. Why didn't she pursue writing as a career? And why did she stop me from chasing my dreams so badly, one after another? Thoughts endlessly flowed through my head. There's a lot of things like in fear and stuff like that. Our last moment. Oh. I thought things were never the same after Mom threw away my cassette tape. I couldn't pretend that nothing had happened. This animosity persisted after high school. As I left home to study music at a distant university, I told myself I couldn't call her until I had succeeded. Back then, I believed that once I graduated university, success would easily find its way to me. However, just as Mom had warned, the world was much colder than I had thought. Awards and words of praise became more and more meaningless. The further I drifted from success, the more I avoided calling Mom. I could already hear what she'd say. That's what I told you to. That's why I told you to stop. I told you it'd be waste of time. I wasn't ready to hear those words to my face, even after I had to change my phone number. I couldn't bring myself to call her. After some time, I received an unexpected call from my aunt. Mom had passed away. Oh no. I thought I'd be able to call her anytime I wanted, but I didn't have the courage to. That would mean I'd have to admit that she was right all along. Oh no. Oh no, girly pop. Oh, girly pop. Oh, girly pop. That's so bad. Oh, honey. Oh, honey, honey. That's bad. Yeah, I can understand things like this happening. You don't have to pretend like all parents are great. That's like not the case. Some parents just have problems with communicating, with things how they work. Sometimes parents get jealous of their own children. It's awful. But that's sadly how life sometimes is. It's not like a kid's fault for that. They couldn't have done anything. Their parents are just jerks. Yeah, I mean, she didn't talk about it. I'm kind of half half making excuses for her, but yeah, how was she supposed to know her mom? Number one, that her mom was kind of right. We still don't know the full scoop, but if her mom explained, like, you know what, I was a writer, and I thought everything was going to be great, and it never did. Yeah, it's kind of the difference between like having like hobbies, doing something as a hobby, and committing to stuff. That's why people have a lot of committing problems, not problem, like committing issues, like even to stuff like doing something like that can be difficult to people, because none of us want to fail. We all want to succeed, and when push comes to pull, it like depends. Sometimes you just have luck. Yes, luck. It's not everything in talent. You can be the most talented person in the world and still fail. And there is no shame in failing, trying, failing, maybe even trying again. So yeah. Things happen. So, like, I was missing literally a bit on this handle. Really? That's ridiculous. Wrap it up. The last moment. Unexceptional. Are you leaving? If I don't go now, I'll be late for my flight. You have a lot of luggage. I'll drive you to the airport. It's fine. I know you're busy. I'll be going now. Adora? A typewriter that looks like a prop from a black and white film. It seems that Mom typed her stories on it. Ooh! Come to think of it, this was the last conversation we ever had. I had left without looking back, determined to return only when I had succeeded. I wanted to prove Mom wrong, but the door I shut so firmly never opened again. I opened the small drawer at the bottom of the typewriter. Inside were sheets of paper and the attic key. Most of the papers were stories that Mom had written. The rest seemed to be contracts. Among the papers was a few letters that began with a salutation. Dear Miss Lily Meyer. I picked up the letter that was filled with writing. Dear Miss Lily Meyer, it's been some time since I last penned a letter to you. I recall in your previous letters that you have been a fan of mine for some time. I wanted to let you know that I read the story you sent me this time as well. Please understand that I say this for your sake. I have read your work for a long time now, and they lack any aspect of exceptionality. Certainly you could make a livelihood out of your writing, but I doubt that standard alone would be satisfactory for you. I understand your desire to be a writer. However, discretion is sometimes the best part of valor. I believe that your time would be better spent in another field of work. I truly apologize for conveying these words much too late. Sincerely, Louis. Her favorite writer. Oh my god. Our last moment. Yeah, this is a tough one. Words left unsaid. Oof, oof, oof. Louis was the name of Mom's favorite writer, the writer she admired, the one who might have even inspired her to pursue writing. I couldn't begin to imagine how I'd feel if someone I respected told me to give up. I imagine Mom opening the letter, hoping to find praise or encouragement, but the further she read, the greater the despair on her face. Ugh. If a composer I admire had said the same to me, I wouldn't have been able to take it either. Yeah, that sucks so bad. I was kind of pissed at her mom, but now it's like, I don't know. I'm not that kind of a person that I'm trying to be a cheerleader. I wasn't always a good person. I don't think that anyone was ever like the matter of perfection and stuff like that, but I tried to be a cheerleader. I try to cheer people on, my friends especially. Like if they want to do something, I will try to get them to do it. Just like at least try. I wish that some of my friends knew how talented they were and how great they were. And I wish that they would talk about stuff that they love with other people so other people can actually know what they do and like be like that. Be like, oh yes. Oh, that's how you clean this part. Okay. Yeah. I wish a lot of people knew how much their work is probably appreciated and loved, especially by their loved ones. I know that not everyone is always supportive, but that's normal. That's okay. Not everyone that loves us have to be 100% on everything that we say. Sometimes you just need someone to ground you. I think that's kind of one of the things about relationships is like the grounding part. That's a great part to have, like a partner who's gonna go and say like, don't do that. Maybe don't do that. Maybe that's not the best decision. But then again, how will you know if you never tried? I'll push all the buttons, don't you worry. Just let me scrub it from here as much as I can. From these like weird angles I see like stuff sometimes. Yeah, it's difficult when it comes to like stuff like this. Huge decisions that you make in life. These are the decisions you need to make alone. We wanted it or not. Trust me, absolutely hate it. I wish that there was someone who could tell me what to do. Sometimes, maybe always. Like be like, you have to do this and that, so I can know what to do and not feel so lost sometimes. But yeah, that's not how life functions. You have to do stuff alone. So close, yet so far. I'm missing something. Oh, maybe I have an idea. Oh yeah. I had a good idea. Excuse you. Please rotate. I'm missing a millimeter of something somewhere. It's kind of pissing me off. I can't really, like... Oh, I did it. There was like a bit here. Oh god. Let's wrap it up. If I had called first. Call recorded on February 19th. I think I'll be admitted to the hospital soon. Could you help me tidy up the house? Please, cough. I don't have anyone else I can ask to do this. Lily, don't say that. I still have the spare key, so I'll go by when I have time. Thank you. Before you come, I'll put away any things like the trophies. It's storage, isn't it? It's strange, isn't it? Back then, I was so desperate to forget everything, but when I was cleaning the house and saw my typewriter and all those trophies, I remembered the days when I wrote so happily. Why do we only realize how precious something is after we lose it? Writing and Adora. Lily, have you called Adora? I tried calling her 2 days ago, but she didn't answer. Maybe she changed her number. I left a voicemail, but I'm not sure if she heard it. If I were brave enough to call her sooner, would we still be in touch right now? Back then, I thought the best thing to do was give her time. Ooh, a landline phone. By calling a specific date, you can hear recordings from that day. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. That is brutal, brutal, brutal. That is trudel brutal. Oof. The call was between Mom and my aunt. From her voice and cough, I could hear how difficult it was for Mom to talk. After I left home, my pride and drive to prove myself held me back from contacting Mom. All this time, I never once thought about how moms must have felt. I don't think that she would regret what she had done, nor did I know that she had called me. I don't think that she would regret what she had done if I had just called her when I changed my number. Oh, yeah, why didn't you call her? Nevertheless, a letter from the past. As I look at the old attic key I found in my mom's typewriter, it reminded me of the excuse that brought me back home. Finding my aunt's necklace. Maybe she knew everything and sent me here on purpose. I held the rusted key in my hand. I felt cold. It felt cold and hard, but somewhat also warm. As I cleaned the key, Mom's and Aunt's conversations continued. Oh, I felt like I was looking at myself when Adora said someone had called her talented. She was just like my young, naive self. It was too painful to see her talking with those bright eyes full of hope. And that moment I wasn't looking at Adora, but rather the child I used to be. That's... oh, that's awful. I mean, not from the mom's perspective, like, she wanted to protect her, that's fine, it's just, it's so cruel. Life? Oh, that's just so bad. You kind of feel bad for Adora the whole time, but in reality, like, her mom, it's not like she didn't do anything wrong. She could have, like, said something. She should have said something, but she didn't. And that's kind of the things, like me talking about my problem with reading and not telling anyone. And I actually should have, and I'm aware of it now, but that's the thing. We always think, it's too late to change anything now. Despite it maybe not being too late. Nothing left undusted. The attic key that I found inside the typewriter. What will I find in the attic? Oh, I don't think I'm ready for this. Oh no. The recording ended with a violent cough from Mom. I was left stunned, my heart painfully heavy. After some time, I collected myself and headed to the attic with the key in my toe. The attic had always been Mom's private space. When I snuck in as a child, it looked more like a storage room than somewhere fun. So I often wondered why Mom liked using it. As if to answer that question from my childhood, I found an old desk and chair in the corner of the room. On the desk lay the necklace and a dusty journal with an all too familiar name. If I never came back to this house and cleaned it, oof, if I had left those mementos undusted behind dust, I would have never learned about my mom's true feelings. I had a feeling that this diary had been waiting here all this time just for me. I carefully brushed away the thick dust and opened it. That day, when Adora handed me her tape with such excitement on her face, I could see the hope in her eyes, that innocent face, certain that she could realize her dream. I knew that face well. I was afraid that she would curse her wasted years and regret everything. I need to stop this now. For her sake, I chose to be harsh. I believed that her hating me was the lesser of two evils. When I started to tidy up Adora's belongings, I was able to see the remnants of her dreams in my hands. Through them, I could feel her sorrow and joys. That was when I looked back on my past. My younger self, who I had thought naive and foolish, was shining as brilliantly as those traces of Adora. I've wanted to tell her my true feelings, but I can't reach her anymore. Oh God, all I can do is wait. I hope you return one day, so I can tell you this. It was thanks to you that I was able to face myself again. Even though I was ashamed of my past, I was hoping to see a part of myself in you. I had hurt you gravely, yet you brought me comfort. I should have said this to you sooner. No matter what path you choose to walk, no matter how you live your life, I will always love and support you. She didn't throw away the tape. Mom's diary ended there. After closing it, I noticed a letter laying on the counter of the desk. There was also something I thought I'd never see again. The cassette tape that I recorded my first song on. I put the tape into the cassette player and opened the envelope. The letter inside contained lyrics which seemed to accompany my song. I slowly recited Mom's lyrics. My novice melody and her poetic verse completed each other well, as if they had always been together from the very start. What would you do to see those lost birds once again? Looking above, your eyes danced with the dawning sky, gleaming with hope. They were clear and as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything? Bright in my dream, you're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you. Oh, and that's it. Undusted letters from the past. I'm sorry if the ending was a bit choppy, but I had to blow my nose several times. This game made me very, very, very emotional. What would you do? Oh, that's the song.
What can I do to hear them sing? Would you walk through meadows wide, or search through lonely streams? If there's any chance to see them once again.
Aww.
Looking above your eyes, dance with a dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything right in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
Aww. Such a good game. It's not a long game, but it's a very emotional and a very good game. I have to say that.
Will you be back to see your lemon trees in bloom? Will you be there to hold my hand? And we walk through hills and towns, or run through crowded streets. If you have some time to see me once again. Looking above your eyes, dance with a dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything bright in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars.
Oh, the globe was so nice.
Even lighting up my room behind you.
Such a nice game. I love the way they like put the storytelling for you, like cleaning up the stuff from your past and kind of reliving it again, because yeah, that's what life is. You kind of live your life the whole time, and you don't really understand until it's the very end. Oh. Yeah. That's a really, really good game. It's a great game. You can find it on Steam. I won't talk about it anymore. Oh, you can actually I don't know, can you see like the lady hugging her? Or is this that you can see her now? Or maybe I didn't just notice. I probably didn't notice. But yeah, such a great game. A game about life, actually. What happens when you kind of have fears and passion and love. Yeah, stuff happens. Yeah, such a great game. A game that even when you finish, you're probably going to think about it here and there, because yeah, it's such a great game. Undusted. Thank you very much for sitting through this with me. Anyone who watched from the beginning to now. So yeah, that's it. I hope you are having a lovely morning, a lovely day, a lovely evening, and I hope you're being kind to yourself, and don't be too sad. We make mistakes in life, and yeah, it's just, it happens sometimes. Even when we try our best, we sometimes fail, and it's fine. There's always another day. We can always try something new and something different. Yeah, that's it. So, bye bye and see you in the next video. Bye!